Good morning. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Integrity Watch. My name is Edward Blambo. I'm your host. I'm here along with W. Bondao, who is here in the production of this program. This program is aired on the station every Wednesday at a time, and it's our primary radio communication and information platform of Central. It is also an activity of national integrity building anti-corruption program, which is supported by the government and people of Sweden through the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, SIDA. Centre has formulated these programs that you, members of the public, can interact, participate
Yeah, man.
in discussions around corruption. For far too long in Liberia, we have been sitting on the fence when it comes to corruption. We complain in our circles, in our parties, or we do not come up loud to talk about corruption, report issues of corruption, and take actions against corruption. So we have this radio show every Wednesday here on the station so that you can actively participate in discussions around corruption. And that's the only way we can end corruption in Liberia, when we all get involved, beginning with participation, interaction, conversations. Then it goes to voting, and then there is prosecution. Then people are held accountable. And people will start to desist for engaging in corrupt acts because the entire citizenry will be aware that corruption is wrong. So that's why we had a radio show. We encourage you out there to participate, to be active, to listen, and call in, make your suggestions on ways we can improve it, make your suggestions on what you know or what you think can work and help to fight against corruption in Liberia. Also, as part of our National Integrity Building and Anti-Corruption Program, we are running different activities, and one of which is our Advocacy and Legal Advice Center. We encourage you, members of the public, to report acts of corruption wherever and whenever to our Advocacy and Legal Advice Center by dialing 4432. Once you grab your phone that is charged, you don't need to have money in that phone. All you need is a phone that is charged. Just call 4432 and a representative of ILAC will be there to receive your complaint of corruption. Again is 4432, and we have team of lawyers trained, willing, and ready to receive your complaints of corruption at our Advocacy and Legal Advice Center, which is also known as ILAC. We also are running our Integrity Club outreach program. We are working with universities and training students, getting them involved, and equipping them with anti-corruption knowledge, and making the active participants in the fight against corruption by engaging their peers, conducting outreach in communities, and other activities, all geared towards ensuring that we can have a new breed of young people that are, committed to the fight against corruption and become anti-corruption ambassadors. We are running our National Integrity Forum. We're supporting the National Integrity Forum through support from our partner, the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency. And in case you do not know, the National Integrity Forum is a conglomeration of government's anti-graft institutions or anti-corruption institutions like the PPCC, the LACC, the GUC, and the likes. All of those institutions are part and parcel of the National Integrity Forum. And we provide support, we provide supervision, we provide funding to support the activities of the forum. And all of those efforts are geared towards ensuring that we have a corruption free Liberia. And one of the key objectives of our National Integrity Building and Anti-Corruption Program is to increase transparency, integrity of public sector institutions in Liberia, those providing public services. So, as part of that objective, under the National Integrity Forum, we are involved into fees posting. We are posting fees at various public institutions, especially those providing services. So, what we do with the information, what we do with that is to collect the information from the institution, and once we get the information from them, we populate it on the bulletin board, and that fee will be available and accessible for new members of the public to access and know what is it that you are supposed to pay for that service. Um, we have that done at the Ministry of Transport. We have similar thing already done at the Library Registry. We also have similar thing done at the Ministry of Internal Affairs and the Bureau of VAT and Statistics, and, Library Immigration Service. A lot more institutions that have those fees posted at the entry of the facilities. And we encourage you, if you're visiting the Ministry of Transport and you're going to get a driver's license, we are encouraging you, use the front, use the front entry, the Ministry of Transport. You look on your left, there are two giant-sized bulletin boards. They are white bulletin boards. Access that bulletin board. Check there. You will see all of the fees they have posted. These are fees that are approved and given to Central, the National Integrity Forum, and we populate those fees on the bulletin board so that when you are accessing those services, nobody's going to expect money from you. So go there, visit the bulletin board, access those fees, know what is it, and go into the Ministry of Transport and pay what is required, what you are supposed to pay. Same thing goes to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. If you are going to ask service from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, as soon as you enter the premises, you see the bulletin board there. You can access the bulletin board, know what is in your, you get your driver's license, your whatever travel certificate or whatever service that the Ministry of Transport or Ministry of Internal Affairs offers. Similar thing like business registry. If you're going there to business, if it's of sole proprietorship, it is a trust, it is a foundation, whatever it may be, corporation, access the bulletin board. As soon as the premises, like the business registry, the billboards are erected right on the left, right at the entry, the side when you are entering the premises. There are two giant-sized billboards there, and you could access to know what is it you're supposed to pay for those services or the service that you're going for, so that nobody can extort money from you. Nobody can charge you more than what is required. Access the bulletin, main accountability. That is why we invest in those billboards. All right. Okay. So we will have as our guest very shortly, right after our break, um, county officials from Grand Cape County. And recently, specifically on the 12th of July, Centar conducted a training exercise for administrators of Grand Cape County. The new administrators of Grand Cape County, Vice Centar, Superintendent, the whatever county administrator, the county finance officer, and the rest of them, the town chiefs, the pyramid chief, the elders, the county councils, the entire hierarchy of the county invited Centara to conduct an anti-corruption training to ably prepare them, so that when they shall have received fundings, that they know what is it you're supposed to do to reduce corruption risks in the expenditure of county funds. So we conducted that training for county administrators on corruption prevention strategy on the 12th of July 2024. And we talked to them this morning to just give views on some of the um, some of the impact of the training, some of the takeaways, the reviews we've gotten so far, the feedbacks, the next steps. We will be speaking to officials of Grand Kima County very shortly. Um, once we are through with this break, there is a call to action that we'd like to state here um, before we take a break, and we'd like to encourage the government. The national legislature passed into law the whistleblower and witness protection law. And the witness protection law specifically calls for the establishment of a witness protection unit. And that unit is clothed with the authority to ensure proper protection or adequate protection for those who are made available or who avail themselves to testify against corrupt officials in court. So that unit is supposed to provide protection mechanisms, design strategies, to find ways to ensure that those who will create the storm and raise their hands and say, yes, I want to testify. I witnessed this corruption here. I was there. I saw it happening. I'm prepared to go to the court to aid his government to have this person guilty. And I have some facts that I would like to say to the court. Those people, those brave people, the witness protection unit is supposed to provide protection for them. And up to now, since 2022, the law was passed. We are yet to have established the witness protection unit. And it's not a very large unit. It could be a unit of few people, maybe housed at the LCC or housed at the Ministry of Justice. But we are yet to have that unit established. We are calling on the government, we are urging the government to ensure that the unit is established and that those who will decide or who brave the storm and testify against those corrupt officials should be protected. Adequate protection should be provided for them. So that's our plea, that's our call to the government. Please do what is needed. Establish the witness protection unit, equip the witness protection unit, and let those who like to testify against corrupt officials testify without looking over their shoulder, who's coming, who's coming after them to get. All right, so we'll take a short break and adjust. And when we return, we will talk to officials now. Let's take this. program Integrity Watch. And as we stated, this program is the outbound radio program that is produced by the entire communication section. And it's on this radio FM every Wednesday at about this time. And we have another edition on Thursday on ECOWAS Radio. And today, as we stated, we have as our guest on the line folks from the authorities of the Grand Cape Mountain Territory. As we are stated earlier, Center has had a training session for the leadership of the county on corruption prevention measures. And we have currently the county administrative officer of Grand Cape County, Honorable Isaac Johnson, live online with some of his officers. Good morning, Honorable Johnson. How are you? Who are those on the line? Are you the only one? Okay. So yes. So tell us, give us a little gist about what's happening now in the county, Grand Cape Mount. Okay. So I mean, you recently collaborated with Sintar to conduct a training, anti-corruption training for you and other members of staff or other county officials. How did it all start? Tell us, let's give our background. How did it start? Okay, let's hear you, Honorable Massimo. Um, you stated that you had a relationship with Sintar. Can you tell us the kind of relationship you had and how did that relationship help you to who you become, who you have become today?
serve as focus for center. And I've been working at for many years. Project, especially the project, one of the main projects schools around the county, providing training on the conditions of schools and also helping to inform the legislature on projects to the educational sector of our county. And we did that also in the county and were very successful to center after that program. So I have a very good relationship with center and they have also helped me as a young man knowing about what my own businesses. Even when I was a station manager, there were a lot of things I learned from center and I have me to be where I am today as a officer of Cape Town. So I'm here to them to come and help us and with the other people on the team. We have to provide that kind of training. All the training was centered around the anti-corruption, integrity building training for public service institutions and local county officials, stakeholders, and it was a great people from all the 5 districts where Cape Town County. And I can tell you, it's already how we go about providing service for our people.
Okay, there are a lot of things that will have the training and support. And what are some of the things you gathered from training, from all of the topics, different drills? What are some of the things you gathered, major things? And then I'll get some from you and then get some from Honorable Johnson. What are some of the major takeaways?
For instance, the local government is a new business. It was in 2018 the birth of the decentralization bill that we are currently implementing now. But that did not take into effect until this time. And the president of the country is very keen on that for the issue of decentralization. And not many of us actually know the details of all the issues in our life. But Santa was able to detail some of those things out and people can understand the main function of the new law and that is helping over a lot. And even on the issue of transparency, how we go about everything, the activities, those those measures that we need to put in place so that just in case the GC or the IA or other people come and check on us, how do we present those documentations? Procedure, it is our procedure, and sometimes you don't come to all of the knowledge. Sometimes help us to understand the procedures, how to go about the I call it and all of that stuff. And we got a full set of everything, and that is helping us greatly today on how we go about it, our developmental agenda plans to be executed on this year.
Let's hear from Honorable Johnson. What are some of your takeaways? What are some of the things you grab from the training?
Yes, like as I said, our colleagues from Center was able to center accountability and transparency. So if you don't have the areas of to actually talk about what's an issue, all right, responsibilities, actors for chiefs down to superintendent and rural areas. And then it also don't on issue of gender, gender issues, issue to that they are very key in the county, the whole world about voice and the era of the gender involved, the last equal values involved. Yes, we have issue of gender on the treaty and it also achieves commissioners were all the chiefs of the people groups responsibility would clearly spell out and they also understood some things because even before there were cases of people having schools or districts, where they are completely sent to this superintendent. They can the training also clear some of these things. And so, yes, the training was good. It was more about the issue of transparency, and it was highlighted and it was true and how to be accountable. Issue of transparency, we understand we agree that sometimes will be running based on where it is. No discussion in the coming days. Sometimes it can be easy to do some research. It's fine, right? Check and get some guidance. So we also agree on that. It was good. We appreciate that.
So how was it structured? Structure the training? How was it structured? This entire, the entire cost bore by county officials. How was it done? How was the entire cost for the training done?
We share the cost.
Okay.
So sometimes we're responsible to provide the training materials.
All right.
The training materials. We're responsible to provide the technology. And then themselves the training materials. We were responsible to provide breakfast, lunch, the venue, the training, and make sure that the participant, so to participate, to care the food, feeding, and everything, and what the materials, and they take care of themselves down, that lodging, and that feeding.
Have you been able to speak to some of your folks, or some of the other officials, the chiefs, and to gauge their impression of the entire training? What have you gathered so far? Have they, really absorbed all of the lessons, or are they trying to apply them, or what do they say about the overall training so far?
Yeah, I can see that a lot, and I can see the time was insufficient.
Okay.
Next time we extend that to a day or two, because if you follow the question and answer, we will create results because the question was coming from all over the world. You can say there were a lot of questions, but we did not have the knowledge of body. We have and I think we appreciate the idea because this is the first in the history for you to have an organization that you just and they were willing to take all the responsibility because everything is music, it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? They shoulder all those responsibilities. Now, as a new administration, that's a very difficult decision for us because we have not had access to our account. And any cash, we as individuals have to put together to make sure that we can make that program successful because there was a lot of opportunity that we can afford to make. And so we went extra hard to make sure to get the people from all the districts. Just imagine people from all district. All of them the same all of them the same at that group. It was well attended. Well attended. So I shows our people were excited and they appreciated the gesture from Santa. And we'll always kind of upon them. And one of the things that really the last minute of the discussion we had was this language in the county. Because we as an administration we have decided to a lot of public all the place. We complain that the country is undeveloped, or we talk to partners of come and see what they need. But the first thing was saying that it's only. So we as an administration we agree to identify public land and see whether we can get out. We can get some of high rise buildings, especially in our capital city. And that happens to be institution. I think that was true and to tell exactly how we can put it because to be sure we did not think about that. That was about to agree to go to the proper market that these people can own properties and this development. So that was a very good initiative. They committed themselves to come every now and then to see whether they can even do something for us, even sometimes difficulties in taking decision on issues, they will be opinion to us that we can call upon them, we can work together so they can guide us. And sometimes it's community period, it's like just going at a time, taking one time, working. Sometimes you don't need, if you're talking to people, sometimes they just share a error.
Mm. Mhm.
It becomes
Mhm.
because you did not have the money.
Mm.
And so it becomes an issue. We don't want to fall into that. That's why we put our phones and time behind the structured process so that we can do it together. Make sure that we can deliver for our people to keep up.
Yeah, you were talking about you laying out. How are you doing it? Are you just going to dash lanes to people or going to sell it? Or how is it done? How do you intend to structure it? Or how are you structuring it in the first place?
Okay, so let me just also preface why you talk about delay. So
Hmm.
this issue is so true, right?
Hmm.
Um, they don't know what a place
Hmm.
for foreigners, issue of development, especially when it comes to construction, capital city, all the what I want to do is a kind of discussion. It's not something that happening. It's not
Hmm.
something that happening right now. And
Okay.
just a discussion around it, the ideas are just coming, what to do, authority, kind of procedure,
Hmm.
see how first identify public land, see what time, what kind of investment in particular area you can, right? So, for example, if you're okay, this area is being declared as an industrial area.
Hmm.
So, when we give that info, we show that people are being prepared, for commercial purpose. And the value of that that should not be less than this. Sometimes I not just, just ideas that we
Okay.
put in there. And so we see what we want to it. But becoming these, doing the development, the discussion, scripts, also add it into the plan so that the teams, the stakeholders, the people in the street, they also can have the idea and see what we all can do. It's something that just is,
Okay.
happy, happy.
Okay. So, I mean, you were talking about the fact that you've not received funds yet, in terms of development funds, and some of these things you're talking about, the plans, the required funds. How do you intend, or how are you managing currently to run the affairs of the county when you do not have funds to run it? How are you doing it?
So that's why leadership comes in.
Mm.
Very simple. We need to put a mental place. We
Okay.
can't do it in isolation of the ordinary people we visit them. So in the midst of not getting funding from government now, what can we do? This is why we are very social and have a workshop or training, give us the opportunity to commission us in other people in the real industry. How
Mm.
can we go about it? It's a requirement before if we have finances in our accounts, we cannot spend our money and set. We come with the development of the account and we need
Mm.
to invest in the real districts. So how do we do it? So this is what we're discussing right now. I've already concluded the schedule. This is all of the districts we discuss with commissioner to see whether we can interact with other
Mm.
until we can get resources. So this is the discussions we are having right now.
So, what is holding your funds? Is it that you've not been allotted, or is there any legal hiccup, or what is really stopping you from accessing funds?
So right now is a new administration.
Okay.
We are dealing with a new act that restricts a lot of things right now.
Okay.
On which to apply at the Central Bank for the change of accounts, but that has changed slightly, and the Ministry of Finance needs to give us instruction on who to be signature A, B, and C because the whole stuff has changed.
Okay.
So we are awaiting that. we just concluded reading the Ministry of Internal Affairs for our 2024 project year. About 10 months then to benefit. We are already reading that, and we're going to send our communication to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. They will in turn direct the Ministry of Finance to see whether they can process our document and put it into our account. So it's a long process. So that's why we are preparing right now. Because it's really to deal with it. We have to stay in, but also to have a lot of meeting on these things, very lot of communication to make sure that we can get all of our documents as soon as possible as our programs.
Okay, you've been trained on anti-corruption prevention measures, how to put systems into place to prevent corruption. What are the next steps? What are you doing after this? Is it just a tuning and afterwards everything is just like that? It has to come back again, or do you have clear plans on what to do next?
If we have plans and the procedures are there,
Hmm.
and as we keep checking on all of those procedures. For instance, in the office of the superintendent, we have the procurement officer, we have the budget officer, we have the accountants. We want to utilize all of those people because they are paid by government and once you pass through all those processes, you don't have any problem in terms of checking up your books.
Hmm.
We intend to use all of those individuals in those offices so that we have a government should let the procurement officer do his job. So we check on him to make sure the records check on the account and make sure the accounts are correct. I don't think we have that problem. But in the past, I think people did not utilize all of these guys are in the offices. So I think they need a problem. But once you utilize everybody has better specification
Hmm.
on the job, I don't think we need a problem. And we decided to take all of the accounts out of the training to put it into practice. That's what we started doing because we started take for instance the issue of information sharing. And that was one of the issues that were raised for some time,
Hmm.
information sharing. And we are having a plan that we resources we have all the radio stations we have to come with them to come explain to the people of Cape Town, this is what we receive, and this is what we expect, this is what we're doing in our offices. It's also give people a leverage or the idea that yes, indeed, these people are working in our region. Because if they get it, for instance, and Cape Town country receive $1 million in their project, and this is what we intend to do with the $1 million. I don't think people have that of it, but if we keep it a secret, I think sometimes this is where the problem comes. So we intend to use the media to inform our people of what we are doing in our office.
As part of your next step, maybe that Honorable Jonesy could also keep in there. Are you considering declaring your assets as leaders of Grand Sigma, or have you already done that? Are you considering that because you have to lead by example?
Yes, I think we have a proper procedure, and I mean, I said that was a post, especially
Okay.
on my part. We started on the Facebook declaring our assets, but we have to go through the proper procedure. And so, in the not too distant future, we take that into serious consideration. So, so just to our
Mm.
with the history of asset John, the process that was
Mm.
with some guidance. So the REA personnel that
Mm.
Wilson, we started out already. The forms are there. I've got some training, training. There are some areas that we understand to drill through to forms that can do properly. They
Mm.
should transparency forms, we know enough or we understand some things,
Mm.
then the transparency issue without because when asked, for example, structures, the body of them, so you can bring people to come not to do evaluation, they are doing evaluation, yes, somebody from the guy from Haiti, so he didn't even give the copy
Okay.
actually, yeah, this for nice, and yeah, people for LA, is
That is,
yeah, LACC, and
mm,
even throughout the form, so doing it, gradually. But he also to be very strict about if you want to say, okay, I'm sorry, I don't know,
yeah.
structure, yes, clear value of that to the form, do it by heart, and you know, so that's why that's
All right. So you're listening to Impact. This is your hour-long video program is produced as a task communication section and is an activity of our National Integrity Building and Anti-Corruption Program, which is supported by the government and people of Sweden through the Swedish International Development Corporation agency, SIDA. This program serves as our primary radio-based information platform. It's also a key advocacy tool that provides essential information about the state of the fight against corruption and national integrity building efforts, as well as promoting a culture of accountability, transparency, integrity, and evidence-based decision across Liberia. We have folks from Grant County, Grand County. We have the development county administrative officer, Mr. Isaac Johnson, or may I say Honorable Isaac Johnson. He's on the line from Grand Cape Mountain, Gbarpolu. Where are you at currently?
yeah,
Okay, he's in Gbarpolu City. And we also have the county finance officer, who once upon a time that role was assistant superintendent for fiscal affairs. Now is county finance officer is Andrew Masterley. We are both here talking about we just ended training organized by Centar in partnership with the county administration of Grand County. You're for giving your feedback of the training, the takeaways, and the next step of the partnership between Centar and the administration of Grand County. In case you're out there, you like to chip in and make your contribution. We have very limited time, but we were able to make this using a couple of people. And you can call 0277 285 961 0277 285 961. Once you will call that number, you live on the program in Target Watch. Again, the number is 0277 285 961. And once you call that number, we do not have a lot of time, but I'm sure we have the means to squeeze in few people and to take your suggestions or comments or whatever that you will have. So tell us, what couple of months from now, 2, 3 months from now, what are your immediate or targets? What are you doing in, say, for example, 2, 3 months now as administration?
yeah. What we tend to do is that we can't do anything with our funding, so we try to secure our fundings. Uh, Once we get it done, already the first of drawing our development agenda for the county, by visiting all of the districts, deciding what we want. We're also working with the county council. We are not taking the actual decision because the county council had these projects.
Hmm.
We formally to the annual budget year. So we are working closely on this so that when we go back and forth and we tend to carry them along as well so that they observe
Hmm.
so because they are on the discussion we have with our people. And so we come back to culminate all of those projects and so it becomes for a
Let's let's take this call. Let's hold you there. Good morning. Are you hearing the caller?
yeah.
Okay, let's hear you. Let's hear you. Where are you calling from? Let's hear you quickly.
Thank you very much for the show.
Hmm.
When it comes to the relationship with family children or
Okay.
okay, for example, uh, in the school and children of for the
Hmm. Are you talking in relation to the land uh, situation in Ikema County that you're talking about? The plan to have lands given to people to develop? Are you talking about that? Okay, let's go quickly. Okay, all right. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Thank, all right. Thank you very much. The response. I think you heard the caller. I don't know what it is. Okay, let me take this quick one, the last one, and then we take the response. Good morning. Your name and where are you calling
Well, my name is Boakali, son of Greg,
from? Hmm.
but I call you this resident.
Let's hear you.
Thank you so kindly on the show. Let me you for such fascinating. I also want to appreciate you of my beloved for their excellent presentation.
Hmm.
But I have few of them. You know, Japan very close to the nation capital. Help for development.
Hmm.
Other countries are very far from the cities. These countries are not developed. We came from country. So now, as the new leadership of our country is their bid for the next 20 years. How are we going to see them from their leadership for the next year? It's the role of the
Okay.
next 3 years in our country.
All right.
We conclude by be one of the good leaders. So right now, everybody will go to see.
Hmm.
There should be very good connection of us.
Hmm.
I intend to receive of our many leaders. We will that's very important. And our people should not be misunderstood. We are against them. We are occupied.
Thank you.
We have that is
Thank you very much.
the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's hear your parting comments and your response to this question because we were very on time.
So quickly, the issue of the guys, the first guy talk about the issue of land.
Hmm.
So that land, government got a lot of functionaries, right? So the people responsible for land, the land authority,
Hmm.
and every country got land authority, office accounting. So the land administrators are here, you make accounting. I think because we want on a functionary, so I advise that person to functionary and kind of issue your functionary, the issue of the real the good is also there. And I will also put up with my I think who the commercial, so
Okay.
from there.
Okay.
And issue of development where it goes to Monrovia, has a very see all of the
Hmm.
countries. Everyone is 177 years old. It's 177 years old. So whatever so they got a look at the government I
Hmm.
and they get the public financial laws. Everybody participate to go into the quarter. So the process is that we will be
Yes. Okay.
together.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And that's all the time we have for this edition of the program. Until next Wednesday. Bye bye.